Alright, what's up people? This is SiTHFuRioN. Right now we are finally going to be jumping into Series 5 of The Last Kingdom. I know a lot of you have been waiting for this, man. My schedule's been so hectic fucking lately. Anyway, it feels like it's been such a long time since I finished Series 4, but I am so pumped to get into this season, man. I really am. So quick recap, okay, because last time, from what I can remember, Uhtred brought peace to this massive battle. SiTHFuRion, was it? SiTHFuRion had took Wessex, and Edward had come to fight back and to try and retake it. But Uhtred had kind of come through, brought peace. It looks like Uhtred's daughter, Dora, was it? I want to say Stora. She, her and SiTHFuRion might end up having like a little thing because she's kind of, you know, got the huts for him. She's kind of sweet on him. But it kind of goes back to like everything I said about SiTHFuRion before, about how he genuinely seems like a smart man, an ally, possibly. You know, maybe going into this season he will be now. He's never come across as being kind of like, raw, I want to smash and raid. You know, he wanted land. He wanted to see his people, you know, strive and succeed and everything. So I could definitely see SiTHFuRion being like an ally now going into this season. Especially if him and Uhtred's daughter are together, then of course that's going to come back up into the story that Stora will reunite with Uhtred or something. Other big things is Brida as well. Brida, like I think like one of the last shots we saw of her, she was going into labour. So I don't know. Like, of course she's going to come back, but I don't know at what point is she still going to be on this like revenge thing, or is her being a mother might calm her down. She might just go off and live like a quiet life now or something. I don't know. But yeah, so the last episode pretty much ended with Uhtred being gifted this mission to raise and teach Aethelstan how to fight. This young little kid. Edward wants his son to be able to defend himself and to be maybe the next king. You know what I mean? But talking about Edward, his mom, Alswith, was it Alswith? She didn't look too good at the end of the last season. She had collapsed and everything from being fucking poisoned and everything. So I don't know if she's gonna die off camera. Like, I don't really want that. Like, she's like that character has really grown on me a lot. So I don't really want her to die off camera. But I'm very intrigued in what kind of shape she's gonna be in now going into this season. But there's also that whole story of the Queen's father, who actually poisoned Alswith. He still wants, well, I'm sure he probably still wants Aethelstan dead, and that's why Uhtred is training the kid, right? So I'm sure that storyline is going to be weaving into this season. But yeah, man. Anyway, I am so pumped to get into this, man. I'm going to try and film a minimum of 2 today, but I'm going to try and push for 3. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, if you're interested in watching episode 2 and episode 3, they should be up on my Patreon right now. Links are all down below. Early access, plus all the full lengths are going to be up. But for now, Series 5, episode 1. Let's do this, man.
Years passed, and for those years we had nothing.
Okay.
No word, no sign, just quiet rumors that she had died. That she was reborn. I hope the silence meant that she had found peace.
Is that her child? Okay, so we've had a pretty big time jump then, yeah?
I did not. And I knew, in time, she would return.
So cool, man. So has she joined these people, or has she become like a leader or something?
The reckoning approaches. The gods are speaking. They guide the seer to choose amongst you.
A seer? Her daughter is a seer? Is there a sacrifice?
We make this sacrifice to bring good fortune. Show us the moment is right for our voyage. Through the waves!
Wow, okay. Like seeing a volcano fucking erupt like that would be one hell of a thing to see nowadays, but back then, like, you could definitely like kind of interpretate that as the gods have spoken and they're with you, and you know what I mean? Okay. Wow. Okay. And we're off. So Brida's got herself a little army now and then, yeah? I wonder if there could be somebody else, like they're the main leader. She's just married someone and become like a general. But then again, like, if her daughter is a seer, then she might have just rounded all these people up herself and everything, you know? The mother of a seer.
Aethelstan!
Oh shit, okay.
Have you left your post?
His first hunt, Lord. Good luck for Blood Month, Uhtred.
So he's grew up a bit.
Aethelstan says he's ready. What do you say? Yes?
For Blood Month!
Be careful, the animal will fight to the death.
Or tried to hump you.
There was such a big kind of like time jump. Have they recasted Uhtred's kids? Like a rite of passage, he has to hunt down something. A pig. I've got a feeling he's not going to be coming across a pig. Right, the way they're setting this up.
Whose men are you?
There you go. Little Aethelstan can fight, man. Oh shit, nice.
Uhtred!
Bastard! Aethelstan!
Bastard. What? Yeah. What was that, 3 guys he took out? Or 2?
How many men? 3. One escaped.
No sign!
Okay.
This way! Are you hurt? No. You took 3 men?
Yes. What did I say? I told you. Let me go downriver and fight the sea raiders.
No, you're not ready.
Uhtred's trained him well, isn't he, so far? Shit.
Tonight we dine in Rum Clover.
You're the one not ready.
But like, they all kind of seem a bit like, oh okay, it's alright. A bit kind of cavalier, almost like this ain't the first time. Because obviously those guys knew who Aethelstan was. Because the way the guy was lurking in the background. Talking about signs of the gods like that, that could be kind of be perceived as like a bad sign. Okay, so they've not recasted.
Every day the same sermon.
King Edward pays them well,
You are ruler here, tell them to leave.
and signal that it troubles us. A worthless fight. If I am to be provoked, it will take more than an old man trying to extract coin.
He's taking your kingdom, one convert at a time. We're supposed to be at peace.
Yes, and the peace means that we are breeding at twice their speed. We grow our town, we ignore old men.
You accept too much.
And you too little. My queen.
Queen. Okay.
Not all Danes want to keep the peace.
Well, last season she was like a little kid, now she's like...
I heard you needed a kick in the ass.
letting Christians roam your lands?
Ignore them, they are harmless.
Am I welcome?
You're welcome.
Oh fuck. Like a bit of a drunk here.
Holland! Did you miss me?
Yeah, drunk.
Tell me, what were they like before we civilized them?
Much the same. This one less so, perhaps. Is the king really happy with his son living amongst soldiers?
We tend not to mention that.
No shame in being a bastard, boy.
Oh,
Yes. Much has changed.
No. Uhtred's still the same.
He's not married either.
okay, so he's not married. Look, so he's the only one who's not married. Is he still kind of like holding out hope, or like holding a candle for Aethelflaed? Was it Aethelflaed? Aethelred? Fucking hell. Here we go again.
He says the gods sent men to save him.
He always has a tale to tell. Do you know he pays sailors to say they fear him?
Better a lying rogue than a killer.
You're too tender. Send him on his way.
And break an oath of hospitality, my love.
Oh, okay. So he's not passed out.
Why do you agree when he seeks to come between us?
What he suffered when I left him alone in Ireland. You too would have a spirit broken. He boasts because the gods have not favored him.
It doesn't mean you should.
He is my brother. For all his faults, our blood is shed.
Blame the Christians. They have spoken too much of forgiveness.
Okay, I don't trust his brother.
Sword.
Hold on, is he a part of Brida's group? Because they all was wearing the white shit on their faces and stuff, right?
Oh, were you expecting a rather tall girl?
Yes.
She asked me to exchange rooms because this bed was too short.
Would explain it.
Yes.
What the fuck?
Alfred, known as the Wise, and Ethelred of Mercia. Bless my daughter, Elfwin of Mercia.
Okay, she's grew as well, Jesus.
I pray for my brother, the King of Wessex. Guide him well and hear my entreaty on behalf of my mother, Aelswith, wife to Alfred.
Why are you praying for me?
Hey, okay.
Something wrong with you?
Mother, I'm just stiff from riding.
I'm glad Alfred is looking better.
Lord Aldhelm, Father Benedict, ready to bring the faith to this dark corner of our land?
Oh shit, okay. I recognise him. He's a good actor. He's been in like a few things he has. I'm sure he was in Casualty here in the UK, right?
Room cover does not need a priest.
No, but Father Benedict needs a new place to preach.
Did he harm someone?
No.
He's a gambler. He gambled all his alms money in Rome, then in Canterbury.
So put him where he can do no damage.
Okay, so he might be an issue when it comes to money.
Aethelflaed, look how fine he has become. Is he not the image of his father?
And quite the swordsman now, I hear. Is it true you were attacked?
By raiders, yes. I'm being sent to fight them on the seas.
No, he's not.
The Queen is playing matchmaker.
She is keen that her sisters find husbands that will do you honor, Lord King.
Elfwid, introduce Lord Ethelhelm to the guests on my behalf. Explain he is a respected elder of the family.
Yes, Father, of course. I'm sure they'll love your stories from the old days.
Well, perhaps I should advise her on making suitable alliances.
Indeed. It's nothing worse than being landed with a spouse you come to detest.
Oh. Wow.
The other aspect of our plan has become problematic. Aethelstan fought back.
Of course. Because they are training him to become a killer who will one day come.
Of course, she's going to be on it, right?
Still.
He only visits when he wants something. Make your demands and then leave us be.
I seek safe harbor for some of my people. They have been accused of raiding, and I believe unfairly. I wish for them to prove their innocence here, under Dane law.
And I have agreed. I will send out Voland with some guard to bring them in, ensure they cause no trouble. The Saxons always look for reasons to make incursions. This will show them that our borders must be respected. And that we intend to rule here for many years to come.
His people is Brida on that, isn't they? And like the fact that they're there, and Uhtred, I mean, Brida wants revenge against Uhtred, and Uhtred's daughter is there. That's not a coincidence, you know what I mean? Maybe she thinks going after Stora will provoke Uhtred to come after her. Everyone's all happy with the kids and the families and happy life. I wonder how long this is going to stay. Because at some point shit's going to hit the fan.
These pigs and these chickens, gods.
Make sure he gives that back.
Pray for fertility, rising of sun, the waxing of the moon.
Why did he choose the Lorica of Lodding? We shall catch our deaths in this draft.
Just smile and wait for it to pass.
Defend me on every side. Thou mayest thrust back from me the invisible nails of stakes. Triform brain. For chin, beard, eyebrows, ears, cheeks. Who is it?
Oh shit!
Who did this to you? Wrong Val.
Brida! Find her! Find her!
Shit. Yeah, Brida's gone after his kids, right? Locked him up, and it looks like that they're attacking this place.
Since when have you cared so much for the gods?
I told you, much has changed this last year. I was close to death, not for the first time.
I am sorry that you suffered.
But this time, I was reborn. The gods sent men to my rescue. They took to a land of fire. And there, I learned how to be loyal to them. And to my people. But you do not care for loyalty.
Have these missionaries sent back to Wessex tomorrow. That's enough.
I think everything he was saying there about the gods and stuff was right, true. I mean, like he believes he's found something and. Oh fuck!
Stick trigger!
You can't hear it over all the chanting.
Are these your people?
Not mine. Hers. All Danes, all pure. Do not be afraid, brother. She's here to save us.
Where are my men?
Where are my men?
Valhalla!
Oh fucking hell! SiTHFuRion needs to get out of there, innit? Take Stora. I can see Brida taking this place and then word getting back to Uhtred. Ah!
Danes of your Ludwig, who turned to Christ. We are here to return you to the gods.
Ah, come on. This piece of shit, man.
Find Stiora. Find Uhtred's daughter.
Brida! We're ready for you! Brida! Brida!
Oh, don't end. Don't end. Motherfucker! Okay, so, first episode down. Ah, man, I cannot believe that Brida's turning out to be like the big bad for this season. This is why I said earlier, like, could she have married someone who already had like an army? Because that could be likely. Then at the same time, if her daughter is a seer, then that just might be enough, that she's the mother of a seer, and she's gonna try and save Danes from Christians and try and put her people back on the right path. Because like we've seen how Christians are kind of spreading. And of course, like through history, like we know that like the Christian faith basically takes over. This whole kind of like movement that Brida's on is this kind of like fight back against the Christian ways and everything. But the underscore of everything is she wants revenge against Uhtred. Hence the reason why she's fucked up Uhtred's son. And from where the blood stains and everything was, it looks like she's like castrated. It looks like she's castrated the kid. What kind of makes sense, because like he's Uhtred's son, like he could be the next one to pass on that family like line. But then there's also the daughter, and that's why she's attacking. I can't remember the name of the town, but just attacking and everything. So like she's her main goal is fucking revenge. You know, I just can't believe it, man. That Brida's like the big bad for this season. But like it just kind of seems like there's just the calm before the storm. Everyone's married with kids now. Everyone's kind of happy, and it's like I said, only a matter of time before shit hits the fucking fan. And here we go now. I just don't want any of our main characters to die and everything. Just no. But with it being the final season, is it? I'm not too sure if it's the final season. I know that there's apparently a movie or something, but there's not much information about it, right? As far as I know, anyway. So, man, I'm glad that Aethelstan is kind of looking healthy. Like they talked about her ailments and stuff. So she's probably still struggling, because like you don't know like the long-term side effects of whatever that poison was. But she still seems to be like a normal, charming self. It's so funny how much her character has grown on me. Like the first few seasons, I despised that character. But by the end of last season, like, man, I really didn't want to see her die. So I'm glad that she's looking strong and kind of healthy and stuff now. Like she's not bedridden or anything anymore. But yeah, little Aethelstan's grew the fuck up, isn't he? Jesus. Pretty badass warrior as well. Uhtred's done a good job at training him. Like if Aethelstan and Edward's other son kind of went head to head, that other son would get fucked up. No wonder this kid's like grandfather, the Queen's dad, is doing everything he can to try and take Alfred down. Every season there's always that one character that's lying and sneaking and you know, kind of sneaking in the corners to try and manipulate and overthrow, and there's always that character. So I guess he's the one for this season now. I was a bit worried that maybe like Edward, if there had been like a big kind of time jump and this whole time Edward's had this guy like kind of like whispering in his ear, he might have gained like a bit of like stasis and power and stuff in the kingdom. But by the looks of it, not much. And that little comment Edward made about how like he doesn't want someone to be lumbered with a spouse that they end up despising. So good. Yeah, fuck me. Okay, I'm gonna have to wrap this up because like I said, I want to try and get a few episodes filmed today. I am loving being back into this world. I really do love all these characters. The Last Kingdom is such a good fucking show, and it is very underrated. Very underrated. Like I think it should be more, hell of a lot more mainstream. But yeah, man. Alright, give this video a thumb up if you like it. Comment down below, let me know what you think, and subscribe if you haven't already, man. Alright? I've been SiTHFuRioN, and I'll catch you in the next one, man.